ladies and gentlemen, to INTV Weekly. I'm Nolan Weiss.
I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
And this is the week for January 15th, 2015.
I believe it would be called the week of, too.
What did I say?
Week 4. Like we got this.
This is the week for
2000
January 15th through January 22nd, 2015. So that works.
The week of.
The week for.
The week of. Let's just agree to disagree.
I don't agree ever with you, Jeff, because usually you're wrong.
Well, then let's just disagree to agree.
Anyways, how's it going today? How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. Getting over an illness. Yeah.
I know, you were sick.
Going around.
Little Maverick was sick, all snot-faced all over.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not a fun time of the season.
Everyone's been sick. You've been sick. I think it's the temperatures like being so low and then going high and then going back down. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Definitely throwing our bodies off. So hey, if you are sick, please stay indoors. Get some fresh air too. Maybe open up that window every once in a while for 10 minutes just to let a new breeze of air come in. Recirculate the air. I want to go hand sanitizer. Maybe just wash your hands all the time.
No, hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer is not a good thing for you.
Yes,
it kills
it is.
too many of your bacteria that you actually need. It kills 99% of your bacteria, but you need some of that bacteria to fight off
welcome to
infection.
the doctors.
On
INTV.
Dr. Nolan here.
Dr. Weiss, I believe it was.
Dr. Weiss.
Yeah. We already have
Dr. Jeff.
We already have one Dr. Weiss in town. I think that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need another Dr. Weiss.
We have too many doctors in this town.
She's pretty good.
Not really. Anyways, let's go on to this week's Athlete of the Week and the Student of the Week at the Cleon Roslin High School.
I'm Claire. I'm a sophomore here at Cleon Roslin, and I'm the Student of the Week this week. It feels really great. I'm really proud that I got a chance to be recognized for my academics, and my parents are all really proud of me, so it's nice. I just have been keeping my grades up for the past 2 years, and my teachers have been recognizing it, and I was nominated for the Highly Capable program that I just did testing for. So, and I'm hoping to get my National Honor Society letter also this year. So, yeah. Favorite subject is history and math. I really like history just because I think it's really beneficial to learn about, to know about your past so that you can apply it to your future. And then I also really like math because I'm pretty good at it, so it's nice to have a subject that you're just good at. I am part of the Interact Club, which I really love, that I'll be getting to hopefully go to Ecuador this June. And I also play softball and basketball.
The Athlete of the Week was Sammy Swigard. She was not here to collect an interview, but she is still a tremendous athlete. I was sick.
Awesome job. And Claire Howerton. She is our Student of the Week. Awesome student doing some great work right there. Keeping her grades up and being a role model to her other students.
Yep. And if there was an Animal of the Week, it would definitely be this dog.
Yeah, Eclipse, this awesome black lab. He actually has taught himself to get on the bus and go for a ride to his favorite park that his owner always took him to. But then all of a sudden his owner was talking to somebody and the dog just got on the bus by himself and rode to the park. And so now that's what Eclipse does daily. Goes to the park by himself.
Made this a tradition. See, this is ridiculous. So we need to do dog bus taxes.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely, because it is unfair for us to have to pay taxes, like getting on the bus and riding the bus.
Well, the dog doesn't have a job, though.
Well, the dog gets on, he's got a job and is going to the park and fetching some balls and annoying some people without a leash.
Without a leash.
And I think that we need to tax these critters.
Well, this is in Seattle, so you know they're going to be riding probably over this. Dogs on buses, not allowed.
It's like snakes on planes.
Snakes on planes. This is a very awesome story. If you are a turtle fan or a tortoise fan.
Or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan.
I'm all three.
This one's kind of a mutant.
This is.
It's a robot turtle.
This poor little tortoise, he grew too big and his legs grew too small and they just didn't work anymore. And so the vet...
How do your legs grow too small?
Because he has a deformity.
Yeah.
This
but
poor tortoise.
How do your legs grow too small? That makes no sense.
Because they just grew and they just stopped growing. Bear with me, Jeff. Just bear with me. The story gets better. And so this man took his tortoise into the vet. The vet tried to think of, what can I do for this tortoise? Went home, was playing Legos with his son, and then figured, hey,
clicked.
I can make a little wheelchair out of my son's Legos for this tortoise. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
This is a veterinarian that everybody probably should take their turtles to if their legs grow too small.
Yep. Last time I played Legos,
Nobody cares.
made an RV, and it was pretty sweet.
No, you didn't.
I swear, ask my nephews.
Cool,
James
you had like
Mason.
4 blocks on a
They
wheel.
were the big blocks, too. They weren't even the small blocks. They were the big
Oh,
ones.
thanks for sharing that, Jeff.
No problem.
I have something very cool to share. I was online the other day, just browsing www.whatever.com.
Working.
And I actually discovered that goldfish, way back in the day, before they're domesticated, were actually silver. They were one of the first animals to be domesticated.
You had silver goldfish in your pond.
Those are koi.
Oh, I thought those were goldfish.
No, they're not goldfish.
My cousin had silver goldfish. You can get silver goldfish.
You probably can now,
Yes, you can.
but they were never orange and yellow. They were actually domesticated to be orange and yellow because the Chinese emperor of that time loved the color orange and yellow, and so he made the goldfish that color.
And it was said that I believe the royalty families were the only ones to allow to purchase and own gold or yellow fish.
Yeah.
And
nobody wants silver.
yeah, no one wants silver.
Yeah.
No, who wants silver fish?
Yeah.
I eat silver fish.
Do you?
Yeah.
Brown trouts?
No, not those. Not those. But did you know that it is illegal in Europe to keep a goldfish in a round goldfish
Bowl?
bowl?
So it has to be a square, can't be a round.
Yeah, it's gotta be square because it's like works as like a bubble or like a magnifying glass, and it causes distortion. And they say it's like animal cruelty.
Brings stress onto the fish.
Yeah, it's like animal cruelty. Or
If
something.
you have a bowl and a goldfish in it,
And
or
you're
a beta
watching-
fish,
and you're watching this from Europe,
and you're watching this from Europe, or even America, let's change those ways and let's make those stress less on fish.
less distortion.
Let's make
Less
fish.
They're pretty
with
much
less
seeing.
stress.
They're pretty much seeing what you see when you walk into a mirror maze, and then it's like you're skinny, and then you're fat, and then you're skinny, and you're fat.
Ooh,
type
that's
of deal.
just, I can't deal with that.
It's just like you're
Skinny,
one
fat.
person one
Ugh.
time, and then you know.
This is amazing. Triplets were born on December 5th, and not just any triplets. Identical triplets are very rare, and they were born in December, which is an amazing thing for December 2014.
Yes,
Goodbye
it is.
to that 2014. They kicked it off really great with this miracle birth of 3 babies that were born all identical.
Cade, Ian, and Milo Kinsey. So congratulations to the Kinsey family. And what happened was she went in there for an ultrasound thinking that she was going to have one. And then the doctor was like, I'm not sure, but it sounds like there's 3 heartbeats. And then she called her husband, and her husband had to sit down for the news.
She asked, "Are you sitting down?" And he just was like, "Oh, come on, let me know. Are we having twins?" She's like, "No, we're having triplets." And he's like, "Okay, I'll sit down now."
Or quintuplets, could you imagine, like, going through that?
And this is amazing because this is without any drugs, any fraternal drugs, which is an amazing thing right here. The human bodies, we know this is a 1 in a million chance, and this family was blessed with 3 identical babies right there. Triplets.
What's going to happen to you next?
No.
Yeah.
Triplets, no way.
Yeah, for sure.
I think double, but even like
Doublets.
double the pleasure. I was trying to say doubling the pleasure with.
Sound like you're about to say doublets.
With 2 babies, I think would be way too much. 1 baby has been awesome. I gotta wait a little while for 1 more because they're tough. They're tough. Tough
Yeah.
work.
They're definitely tough. I wouldn't know. Thank
You wouldn't know.
goodness.
You have nephews though.
Yes, I
no
do.
nieces.
Yeah, I got 5. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Moving right along, time capsule was opened, and this time capsule was set by Paul Revere and Samuel Adams.
Not the guy that makes the beer.
I wish, because there would probably been some good brew in there. Aged.
Actually, it's funny too.
10,000
I
years.
read a thing on the internet the other day that Samuel Adams, the guy on the beer, is actually Paul Revere.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's something
Pretty funny.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so 220-year-old time capsule was opened for the 2nd time, where they found some awesome rare coins. Opened it back in the 1800s.
You can do that. I don't think you can open the time capsule twice.
Why? You can open a time capsule, I think, anytime you want to open that time capsule.
I thought it was just like a one-time thing.
No.
When do we get to open our time capsule?
At the school?
No, at the. We have
At the
school.
coal miner memorial.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it's coming up. Like I want to say it's like 2018 or something.
I don't know. We'll have to look at the records and
I'm
see where
pretty
that
sure.
coal miner.
My name's
stands.
on there though. I got a big piece of construction paper with my name on it.
No, you don't.
I swear, I promise.
Just Jeff.
No, well, like we all wrote our names on it, the whole class.
Okay.
I believe I was in 3rd grade at the time.
There will be no silver or copper coins or engraved plaques, but there'll be some cool things at our local time capsule.
I wonder what's
Not like Paul Revere's and Samuel Adams right there.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into weather for this week for January 15th through the 22nd of 2015.
It's gonna rain.
Oh, rain.
A little bit of moisture in the air. Hopefully these freezing temperatures stay among us and get some snowfall.
I hope we don't get any more freezing rain. I do not like freezing rain.
I don't like it.
I want some more snow though. That'd be nice.
The ground needs to cool down a little bit and make this stuff stick.
Yep, that'd be nice.
Yes, it would.
Now let's go on to this week's Pinterest.
This week's Pinterest.
Now let's go into this week's quick tip, brought to you by Regan and Pinterest. So this quick tip would be awesome for a loved one, or if you have a blank spot on a wall, you can make it look beautiful right here.
Most walls have blank spots.
No.
There's a lot of walls, like especially when you move into.
Yeah, but if you have a wall that has a blank spot and you need it to be covered,
Yeah.
right here for $10, you can make it look like you are a professional photographer and a decorator.
Amazing artist.
Yeah, or amazing artist.
Someone with feng shui.
So first, go find an awesome picture that you have laying around, maybe of my face, and then go to Staples and get a 36 by 48 inch engineer print, which should only cost you about $8. Using two 20 by 30 inch foam boards from Ruby's Scrapbooking and Things or any craft stores, figure out where you want to split your photo, cut the photo into 2 photos with 1-inch border to fold around the foam boards. Then when you get that far, Jeff, what do?
Angle the corners and wrap the photos around the board. Use double-sided tape to secure the photo into a foam board.
And just like that, you can have a beautiful piece of art that you can hang on the wall.
Pretty amazing.
I think the hardest part though is just stretching out that photo to lay flat on that foam board.
Yep.
But that's a really awesome Pinterest quick tip.
Good idea. Pinterest is becoming huge.
Huge.
Yeah, huge now.
Almost as big as Reddit.
Yep. So if you want to invest stocks like we've been talking in the past, invest in Pinterest.
Do you know what actually I wish I would invested stocks in 2 years ago? Papa John's.
Oh,
Because you have Peyton Manning, Troy Aikman, and Joe Montana.
taking all of Papa John's money.
All 3 of them are investing in Papa John's. And that guy that says Papa John's, or I guess maybe he is Papa John's,
I don't think
making bank.
I don't think that they're investing in Papa John's.
Peyton Manning is.
I believe
Peyton
that
Manning has bought half of the Papa John's stock.
I bet that he was almost given a big portion of Papa John's stock to himself. I think it's
he
just
bought it.
Well, yeah, I don't think he necessarily he probably
No,
got
he purchased it. It's
a
in the records.
ridiculously good screaming deal on it, and then so he's just in trying
But
to
still, people are going nuts for Papa John's. So hey, I'm not an investment broker, but this might be a good investment.
I'm more of a DiGiorno guy.
Ugh,
I like DiGiorno. I'm a
Yuck.
DiGiorno man. I don't, know
don't
why.
like that.
It's
I
so
like the
good.
Red Baron. I like the cheap stuff.
The Red Baron.
I'm a Red Baron myself.
That tastes like that is.
Tastes like great pizza.
No, it does not.
Moving right along on our news, going on to some local news. There were 2 fires in the Roslyn area in January already.
Yeah, I believe it was like the 5th or 6th, maybe even 7th fire since December. Chief Sky O'Shaughnessy was telling me yesterday.
Wow, a lot of fires in the upper Kittitas County. And here is a good tip. To make sure that you have no creosote buildup in that chimney, make sure you have your chimney swept every single year. And a really, really good tip that I learned, a witch's tale right here, is...
Witches have tails.
We used to have tails. Is get an aluminum pop can and burn that in your fireplace, which will actually make the creosote up top come down from that aluminum can.
And it's very, very good for our atmosphere and our ozone
Well, you
layer,
don't burn a whole 12-pack. You burn 1 aluminum can
which is
every
very
2
good.
weeks, and it actually will reduce the creosote on your chimney. We never swept our chimney, and it's always been just a straight shot flute, beautiful chimney every single year.
Yeah, aluminum cans. Burning those
One aluminum can every 2 weeks.
Yep, and that's global warming at its finest right there. Greenhouse gases.
You're not burning tires, you're burning one aluminum can.
You're not supposed to burn aluminum. That's just a well-known fact.
I don't think anybody's ever said that.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's how it is.
Anyways.
Yep.
So we are definitely sorry about the loss of the fires. I know one on A Street was a complete loss of the house, and unfortunately a dog was lost in that fire. And the one on 903, the basement definitely had some damage in the downstairs area. So sorry again for the fire destruction of your homes. But quick response from our fire departments, putting those fires out.
We talked about it last week, the Cleveland-Roslyn Geography Bee, and INTV was privileged to catch up with the winner, Ian Amick.
Hi, my name is Ian Amick, and I'm in 4th grade. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I felt great about winning the geography, and I was really surprised. I didn't think I would make it as far as I did. Learning things about other countries and continents that you wouldn't know without geography or history. A lot of people should try it because many people don't think it's fun, but you get into the rhythm of learning more things, you could learn a lot of things, and it's fun. It's really fun.
Congratulations, Ian Amick, on this year's winner of the 2015 Geography Bee. Very cool. You can check out the Geography Bee only on INTV at selected times.
The Interact Club is hosting bingo and dessert night.
They did.
Those are the two things that go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Well, you can't have peanut butter jelly at school anymore.
Lamb and tuna fish.
Okay, lamb and tuna fish. That sounds delicious.
It does.
A very cool event held at the Last Resort this last January 12th. They raised a lot of money for the Interact Club. This club is an awesome organization. They are building a school in Ecuador, and they're going to be sending some kids down there to be building this school this year. Very exciting time for the Cleveland-Roslyn School District. And let's go check out a video clip from this event.
My name is Sarah Zavik. I'm a sophomore at Cleveland-Roslyn High School, and I am the Interact president.
I'm Claire. I am the sophomore class representative for Interact.
I'm Cameron May Penark, and I'm a sophomore and the vice president of Interact.
Interact is a community-based service group. We started in the middle school almost 11 years ago. It got started by just our advisor, Jody. She started it with Kiwanis, called Builders Club, just to know, get our kids in the community and having them work more with community members. And then we rechartered it by Rotary in 2008. And last year we chartered the high school club by Rotary. So we have two very successful Interact clubs working in the Cleveland-Roslyn School District. And most of what we do is just local and global community service work.
And also, the Interact that we have here is, it's starting a whole bunch of other Interact in Ellensburg, Wenatchee. We're the poster child for this generation. We did the Douglas Monroe Memorial Restoration, and we did the flagpole parks. We
brought the Vietnam Wall to Cleveland this summer.
We have put flags on headstones of all of our fallen veterans in Laurel Hill Cemetery. We've done pennies for puppies, food drives, school dances,
Highway cleanup.
yeah. We trick-or-treated on Halloween for canned goods to give to Hope Source. We've done dress-down days and just crazy, I don't even know, fundraisers and
Yeah.
soup feeds, lasagna feeds. But
We sold pop. That was fun.
yeah,
I got
we
3
sold
cases.
soda.
And then we do a lot of bingo.
Yeah, this is our third bingo fundraiser.
Bingo's
pretty
fun.
popular.
Yeah, I get to call it, so it's fun.
That was to raise money for the high school Interact group to be able to travel down to Ecuador and work on a community service project.
There is a community down there with about 500 kids that does not have a school, so we're going down there to go and build a school for those 500 uneducated children.
It's $2,900 per person.
We have about 15 kids and adults registered to go right now.
But with all of our fundraising, we're hoping to cut down on family costs a little bit. But families are still going to have to pay some pocket expenses just because a small community raising $2,900 for 10 kids is pretty tough. So February 8th is another one of our fundraisers. It's going to be held up at the Last Resort. It's a lasagna feed, like a family dinner type thing. All of the Last Resort staff is getting the night off, and the Interact members are going to be like servers, so they're going to carry out drinks, serve the food, that kind of thing. And then the snowmobile poker run that was supposed to be on January 24th has been bumped to February 28th. Just because of the lack of snow. So we're hoping that we can get that up and running by February, granted we have the weather for it. The biggest way that you can support us is just to show up to our fundraisers or our events. The fundraisers and events are like our pride and joy. So, you know, any of our big fundraisers, we really push having community members there because that's one of our favorite things to do. We have an email, so it's ukcinteract@gmail.com. You can also get a hold of Jody Larson.
We also have a Facebook page.
We
if
do.
you need a message.
Yeah, Facebook page.
Person or just post on the wall or anything. The kids who want to go have worked on it a lot, and it would mean a lot to everyone in the club, even the people who aren't going, just to be able to send people to represent us down there and to get that experience. It's very beneficial.
Yes, please, if you can, show up to our fundraisers. Even if you don't, like, at our auctions, even if you don't buy anything, just your moral support of being there is huge to us.
Thank you to the Interact Club for everything that you're doing, and sending those kids down there is a very big deal, and it's cool to like go down there, help people abroad, and then help other countries and the less fortunate.
And not only helping the people down in Ecuador, but also helping themselves, coming from a small town and opening up their eyes for world problems. This is going to be a huge thing for these kids from the Cleon Roslin School District. So thank you guys so much for doing this, raising $1,400 in 2 hours, and taking your time and sitting down with us and giving us that interview. Awesome job, Interact Club.
We discussed it in weeks past, and we were able to visit the Cleveland Roslin Library and catch up with Mike Stevens, where he's talking about the historic land purchase at the Roslin Ridge.
So again, my name is Mike Stevens, and I'm the State Director for the Nature Conservancy. I'm based in Seattle. I've been in my job 2 years, and my wife and I lived in central Idaho for 13 years. I'd worked for the Nature Conservancy there, but checkered past includes sheep ranching and a lot of work on other kind of natural resource and land management work. So I've both been on the conservation side of things and on the making use of the land side as well. I think most of you are probably familiar with the Nature Conservancy, but just to make sure, we are a private, nonprofit conservation organization. We have been working here in Washington State for about 54 years and nationally for about 65 years. Our mission is to conserve the land and water upon which all life depends, and really for decades our work really focused on buying or protecting places, special habitats with real ecological or scientific interest. Here, as you know, Plum Creek, a longtime landowner, started expressing interest and then actually doing transactions to sell portions of their land over time. And so over a decade ago, we started to do some work with Plum Creek, first in the Tieton, then in Nat Cheese area, then Manastash and Canaan Ridge. Really what we need to do next is, through the course of the winter and early spring, is we're going to do a lot of this kind of interaction with the community, and in addition do a lot of proactive outreach with key user groups. So I know James Schroeder, who's our point person on this project, he is speaking to a snowmobile group tonight. John, I don't know where John went. John's been really helpful and welcoming and helping us figure out who we need to be talking to. And really our goal is to just understand what is the current use, what are the current issues, and what do the local communities want to see happen on this land for the long term.
Thank you, Mike Stevens, for that amazing presentation of that historic land purchase from Plum Creek. If you want to check out this full presentation, it will be on INTV at selected times.
We were able last year to go to the I Have a Dream dinner.
And we'll be able this year to go to the I Have a Dream dinner.
Yes, we will. And this is going to be taking place on the 19th of this month. And it is such a good way to raise funds for the children of the Crash and Gear programs. Dawn Bass is doing a fantastic job with these kids, and she's asking for volunteers if you want to help in these after-school learning programs. And I mean, there's just so much going on with them. You can create your own like things to do. Like
Yeah, they had role playing. They had medieval role playing last year. They had computer classes. We had our own
They were
video
LARPing,
editing
I mean.
classes.
they were doing LARP.
LARP, yep.
LARP, that's crazy.
What's LARP stand for people that don't know?
Live action role play.
Yep.
Yeah.
So many cool things. And if you have something cool that you want to share with the kids or just helping kids with homework, get in touch with Dawn Bass and help out with the Crashing Gear program for the after-school program at the Clallam Roslyn Elementary.
This event's going to be held at the Clallam Eagles. Tickets are $20 for one or $60 for four. And like we said, it's a benefit dinner. If you have any questions on the event, please call 509-899-2561 and they'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions. But for right now, we caught up with Chef Jimmy to tell us more about what's on the menu.
How many of you would like to help develop the menu for this fundraising dinner?
Now I want you guys to think outside of the box, okay? So crawfish. So you're thinking Cajun, huh?
Spaghetti.
No. So it's going to have to go with the steak is. What would go with the steak?
Creamy mashed potatoes.
What goes with steak?
Creamy mashed potatoes.
Garlic mashers. I'm Chef James Giadroni, or everybody knows me as Chef Jimmy, usually with the Community Builders. I'm a graduate from Clallam, Roslyn School District. I'm also the current food service director and chef up at the Easton School District. Well, this year is what's exciting is seeing how excited actually these students are. And there's actually students that I've worked with in the past that have gone on to high school that aren't part of Cashier, and they're actually coming back to help. This dinner has become basically the main fundraising for the program, actually. And last year, when I talked to Don, it was because of the dinner that it put us up and over the top that was able to fund the whole summer activity program and everything, because we did so well with the auction items and the community being involved in supporting it and supporting the kids, which is what it's about.
Yeah.
It's giving the kids something to do, encourage them, and mentoring and giving them life skills. So I just encourage people to come out and support this program and get the tickets. The tickets prices haven't changed. We've actually have kept them the same price. And just to come out and support the kids and that. If you can't come on that day on the 19th, then, but you know somebody that might be able to, might be willing to sponsor somebody, a family that want to come but may not have the funds to do it, or some people. Because just come out and support it. It's a great program.
Thank you, Jimmy, for that interview, and cannot wait to taste that delicious food at the Clallam Eagles on January 19th for the I Have a Dream dinner, brought to you by the Crashing Gear of the Clallam Roslyn Middle School and Elementary.
And now moving on to Civic News.
Clallam City Council met this last January 13th, where they had some awesome discussions to talk about, like DUIs and Hope Source, helping out with the community. Let's check out that video clip this last week.
My name is Kelly Connor. I live at 8511 Sienaway Road. I may not live in the city limits proper, but I do business in the town. A lot of our customers are from town. And I just have a question, and it's basically about the pink elephant in the room. I was looking forward to seeing something on the agenda regarding the mayor's recent arrest for driving while intoxicated, or being accused of driving while intoxicated. I had a few questions. One is, how is the council going to handle this? I was surprised that there wasn't an announcement made, nor was it on the agenda. There seems to be, in my opinion, a little bit of inequity in the way that it was handled. One, it wasn't released to the general public in a normal format when somebody of authority, such as the mayor's position. Generally, there's a press release issued, which, according to Jim Fawcett with the Tribune, that was never issued, so he didn't know about it until it came out in the Daily Record. I spoke to the Kittitas County Sheriff Detective regarding this, and I had some questions regarding why somebody was cited and released and their car wasn't impounded as it would be with everyone else. Curious to know what the status is. I was told that it was basically officers' discretion as to what they do. I would like to know the statistics of how many people get their car impounded versus how many don't.
Could I say something, please? My car wasn't found.
Oh, that's not what the sheriff
Well,
told
I can show you.
Okay, well, being a person of authority, it would behoove the citizens to know that, A, that the person who is in a position like that, doing something illegal, it would be best to come out and be forward with it instead of trying to hide it. It just seems that it was kept kind of on the hush, like another person in this room who had a DUI last year that never quite made the papers either. I'll let him remain nameless. But I was just curious as to what the council thinks about that. Thanks.
Well, I'll tell you, my opinion is that isn't there sort of some kind of saying about throwing the first stone? You know, everybody has their problems. Everybody's under stress. Everybody has. We're all human, and I don't think that the mayor deserves any more or less scrutiny as any one of us.
Roslyn City Council met on that very same day at the very same time, and Chief Skyo Shottish was talking about new gear that he ordered for the Roslyn Fire Department that should be here soon. Dick talks about improvements to the Roslyn Cemetery, and there was a new city council member.
Yep, Scott Gray. Let's check out that video clip from January 13th, Roslyn City Council.
Scott, you're nominated for city council.
Okay.
Stand up here. We'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. I, Scott Gray,
I, Scott Gray,
do affirm that I am a citizen of the United States of America and the state of Washington.
do affirm that I am a citizen of the United States of America and the state of Washington.
That I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Washington.
That I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Washington.
And the laws of the city of Roslyn.
And the laws of the city of Roslyn.
Congratulations to Mr. Gray on becoming the new city council member of Roslyn. If you want to check out both those meetings, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., is when the city council meetings show only on INTV.
Making huge changes, big adjustments, and bringing in a new crew.
Yep. And that concludes
Civic News. Moving on to Warrior Sports. Warriors, girls and boys basketball took on Highland, dominating the scoreboards. Girls won 59-31. Pretty overall, good game.
Really nice, dominant win.
Yeah, for sure. Showing them who's boss. And the boys taking a win, 68-58, closing it out by 10. Pretty impressive.
Let's check out a couple video clips from both those games. And on January 12th, the boys and girls went down to Goldendale to face the Timberwolves. Unfortunately, the girls lost in a nail-biter, 48-50. Wow, what a close game, but unfortunately, just couldn't get those last 2 points to tie the game. Boys won 68-41, a dominating win versus the Timberwolves. Awesome job to the Cleon Roslyn boys on that.
It was almost always most important to me when we took on Goldendale to beat them for some reason.
Always.
I don't know why it was always Goldendale for me, but I hated playing that score, losing to that school.
Losing to that school.
I hated losing to that
that
school.
purple and gold.
Yeah.
Next basketball games are on the 16th and 17th, starting at 6 p.m. Make sure to get down there. We're actually going against Zilla this next upcoming home game. So get down there and root on the Cle Elum Roslyn Warrior boys and girls, because this is a big win we need.
And that concludes Warrior Sports. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Ruby's Scrapbooking and Things.
Country Ladies Trading Company, everything in the store is 50% off. So get down to the Country Ladies Trading Post in downtown Cle Elum. 50% off. Can't beat those prices.
Smoky's Barbecue.
Gotta love them. New hours, January and February. Go check out Smokies. Also, Swiftwater Fitness. Go get your body on. John L. Scott, Loretta Swigard is your person. If you want to sell your home or if you're looking for a home to buy, Loretta Swigard is your real estate broker right there.
Very cool thing.
Yep. And also can't forget Mountain Elegance.
Mountain Elegance,
They're
yes.
beautiful furniture. And we want to thank Inland Network so much for bringing INTV into your living rooms each week.
And now we're going to shut down tonight's episode by wishing some people a very happy birthday. Starting off with on January 15th, Jason Montgomery, Laura O'Shottish, Nicole Danley, Angela Campbell, and Shauna Wilties.
On January 16th, we have Lowell Skinner, Karma Nails, and Abe Silvestri.
On the 17th, we have Katie Pequet.
On January 18th, we have Leela Anderson and Amy Kennedy.
On January 19th, we have Joey Wadikas, who is
expecting their first little baby.
Yep, so congratulations. And we have Jennifer Stuckey.
We have Corey Stutz, Mike Allen, and Xaviera Romano.
And on the 21st, we have Jamie Pink.
Happy birthday to everybody, and if we missed your birthday, please don't let it happen again. Facebook us, tweet us, email us, call us, because we'd love to wish you a happy birthday or a happy anniversary, or just a happy day in general. Well, it's been a couple local boys.
Shooting some local news.
For you, January 15th, 2015. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you wanted to get any more foot traffic in that business, give us a call, 649-3940. I'm Nolan Weiss.
And I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
Jeff, get better.
I'm gonna try. Good, for sure. And this time capsule was set there by Paul Revere.
That was actually a student of the week.
Oh,
the athlete of the week
Swigard,
was
gotcha.
not here, Sammy Swigard. Jeff can't read. We do have this geography bee in its entirety only on INTV.
Only.
And if you want to check out the geography bee in its entirety, check out INTV only.
What he did is he found a black hole here on Earth, and like so he was having some problems with
marriage.
A leaky pipe under his sink, and then so he goes to fix this leaky pipe, reaches back there and he can't reach, so he keeps crawling and crawling and crawling, and then all of a sudden like he is inside of like underneath his sink, and then he sees a light, and
that's
then he gets,
a very wide sink though.
He sees a light, and then so he crawls towards the light, and then he finally gets big enough where he can stand up, so he stands up and he's looking around. It's like a whole different world, like a different place that he's in. And then he's like, no one's gonna believe me. And then so he starts like walking around, sees himself in the future, and then he was like, how am I gonna get anyone to believe me? So he records that on his phone, and he had his phone on him, and he recorded himself on his phone.
And Jeff believes everything he sees on the internet.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. We have a video clip of it right here. In the guy's story. It was an insurance commercial. Where he was discussing the historic land purchase bought by...
Yeah, like Kelly Connor at the Cle Elum City Council this last...
Kelly Connor, the Cle Elum City Council.
Kelly Connor
addressed the elephant in the room, apparently.
She did address the white elephant in the room. She stepped up to the podium. Yeah, the white elephant.
No, that's a Christmas thing.
Ah, it's a Christmas thing. Cle Elum City... You're done? You ready?
No, I'm parched. Chief Sky O'Shottish stood up to talk about
O'Shottish.
O'Shottish?
Don't butcher his last name. He's our chief.
I thought it was O'Shottish.
O'Shottish.
O'Shottish. What is that? Is that Irish?
I don't know what it is.
Sounds Irish. Is that what you're like?
I don't know.